You see the GASP hoodie, the relentless one, going for like $300.
$300?
Yeah.
We're here for another episode of the Enhanced Reality with $300 sweatshirts. Go ahead. What the hell are you saying?
So GASP released a winter hoodie for $300. It is the relentless limited edition hoodie. It's thick as hell. It looks good, but it's $300.
Bro, I'm never spending $300 on any one article of
$300,
clothing.
yeah.
You'd be hard pressed to get me to spend $300 on a pair of shoes, let alone like.
But $300 would be all your clothes for like 2 weeks.
Probably, bro. I don't like buying clothes. I get my gas stuff on sale. I know they had like a 50%
Black
off sale.
Friday sale is going to be wild.
Dude, I'm waiting for it. I'm going to spend like
I put everything in the
$1,000.
cart.
I don't care. Yep.
I'm
going to buy them out.
Brian was like, you bought stuff from GASP? I'm like, yep. I just bought this hoodie.
That's a nice hoodie.
It was
I do
$40.
like that
I'm like, okay, cool. It's on sale. I'll get that. And I got the old school bodybuilding pants. They're really good.
Yeah.
So as soon as that goes on sale,
Get them all.
buy them all. Yeah. Whole new wardrobe.
The problem with Vegas is like, it's never cold enough for super like heavy jackets.
No.
So it's hard for me to like ever want to buy them.
I like to have, I would say, diversity in my closet because all of it's old bodybuilding clothes that I haven't really been able to fit into anymore. Now I don't fit in half of it. So everything was XL. Now I'm like double into XL.
We are waiting for Emerald Depree. He's going to be coming on. He is a pro natural bodybuilder. So that's going to be an interesting one. We got some interesting questions to ask him because pretty much everyone we've had on is enhanced.
Yep.
So it'll be cool to have someone who's not only natural, but like a high level of natural. Competes at a high level. So we're just waiting for him to come in. So we're going to shoot the shit until he does. But yeah, the guy, I mean, that's all I wear is GASP. I mean, the clothes are good. I can't spend $300 on, let alone a sweatshirt.
Yeah, well.
But when their stuff's on sale, it's like $20-$30 for a nice T-shirt.
They have big discounts because they keep having to roll out different. I think it's almost every quarter they roll out a different style of shirt and then different variances of colors, which is great. And then Michael does post on his Instagram the new releases that are coming out in like a month or 2 months, which is really cool.
Gets people excited for it.
Yeah, and then
they got to do the drops.
Then he's got the coffee round table with like the athletes. I think it's every 3 weeks. Rania jumps into there and they just have coffee and talk about different product releases and they ask what their opinions are from the athletes, which is really cool because a lot of companies don't really ask for opinions on how they think the clothes should be. How does it fit? How does it look on camera? How does it, et cetera, which they do. And Michael's favorite line is, we're just not chicken and we don't live by the chicken and rice method.
Yeah.
Like we're bodybuilders, but we also want to be comfortable bodybuilders. So
yeah, and look good.
Yeah,
like
and look
that's kind of the point. Like it's a style.
I like the Zeus shoes, the flat tops, the high rise boots that they've got. They're really cool.
Nice.
For $45, which isn't bad.
That's not bad at all for shoes. That's really cheap.
Yeah. And then they bought out version 2, which is like $100. But I'm like, well, version 1 is $50.
Yeah, you're like
half the price.
I know. I'm so cheap when it comes to clothes and stuff. I'll wear a pair of shoes for as long as I can until they're just broken to pieces.
I just wear my Crocs.
Your Crocs.
Good old trusty Crocs.
I've never, I don't know. I've just never been a fan of them, I guess. But I've also never worn them. So.
I was never a fan either, but until, Trevor comes to Vegas and I put on his Crocs. I'm like, yeah, done deal. Easy, slide on.
That's how
walk.
Renee is too. She's got she's got her slippers and her Crocs. Like she never wears normal
Rania
shoes.
won't wear Crocs.
Really?
Yeah, she wears Uggs.
Uggs. Well,
Uggs.
Those are pretty comfy.
But your Uggs here aren't genuine Uggs. They're all fake Uggs.
Fake Uggs? There's fake and real Uggs.
Yeah, there is. So there's UGG, which is UGG, the brand, right? And that comes from New Zealand and Australia. The UGG boots you get here are fake because they don't actually have sheepskin or sheep's wool. It's just whatever the fucking bullshit that.
And that's what keeps it like really, really warm and comfortable.
Yeah, and it doesn't deteriorate. But when you use the cheapo stuff, you literally throw them out the next month.
That makes sense.
Like Rania buys slippers, 1 pair a month.
they
just keep going bad. She got ones with platforms like this tall now because she's like, well, I need the height to reach you. I'm like, okay.
When you go out?
Yeah.
Once a year?
Once a year, no.
Yeah.
I want to go to the mountains this year in winter to go snowboarding.
Where, like in Vegas,
yeah.
or there's mountains in Vegas?
Yeah, Randy was
snowboarding?
telling me about them. There's, I can't remember what the mountain is. Mount Charleston. There we go.
Oh, Mount Charleston. Yeah.
I've skied. I've never snowboarded. I have skateboarded, so I'm assuming it's the same. But I'm now 260.
I've snowboarded. It's definitely not the same as. I guess you could. Like, it's kind of similar. Skiing is easier to pick up than snowboarding, believe it or not. Snowboarding is a lot more balance.
Yeah.
And you hit the snow a lot harder, especially if you're heavy.
Yeah.
And it's scary because you pick up speed so fast. So, like, as soon as you, like, level out the snowboard, you start moving. So, like, when I first started, like, the way that you learn is, like, you go down the cliff is this way, and you go down, like, sideways.
Yeah.
And you just, like, do this. And then you slowly, like, turn yourself until you build up speed, and then you realize you're like, oh, I'm too fast, and then you do this again.
Yeah, but say me being a doofus, I'm used to skis. I would try to just collapse myself in. I'll just turn into a fucking snowboard.
What is it? Pizza?
Yep. Pizza slice.
Pizza something
Dorito.
else. Pizza Dorito.
Pizza Dorito. Pizza Dorito.
Yeah.
That's literally how we did it in Australia.
I have not skied or snowboarded in so fucking long.
We did cross-country skiing for school cadets, and that was at a mountain called Mount Disappointment.
Disappointment?
Yeah, because it was just disappointing as shit to be there. Like, it's miserable.
That sounds terrible.
Miserable. We had to pack like 60-kilo packs on our back. And
60 kilo? Like, what are you bringing?
oh no, it was like full cadet gear. Like, you'd have emergencies, and the school would drop you off for a week, and you'd go with like a platoon around, and you'd camp. It was
Interesting.
fucking terrible.
60, that's 100
pounds.
Yeah, like, no, it's more than 100 pounds.
Is it?
60 kilos? 2.2 pounds per kilo. So it's like 130, 140 pounds.
So it's a big pack.
Jesus.
Because you have your tent, you have all your emergency food.
That's why you
got
have a
your
tent.
skis.
Yeah.
You got everything.
That's crazy.
We lasted about 7 days. And then they're
I
like,
can't believe you asked for 7 days. Holy
we're meant to
shit.
be there for 2 weeks, but they're like going in and out of the campsites.
Yeah.
But then they're like, yeah, no, I think 1 week's plenty for you guys.
That'd be fun to go camp, like get a cabin, like not like camp like rich people camp, like
No.
get a cabin with heat,
Yeah.
and like order your food in and shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you'd be bored shitless for the majority of the time. What are you going to do, bring your computer? Play video games the whole time?
Yeah, I guess so. The last time I went to Big Bear. It's a place in California.
Yeah.
And went there, got a cabin and stuff. I think I was much smaller back then. It was 2014, so I was like probably 210. I remember hitting my ass on the snowboarding, and being like, this is the last time I can ever snowboard. Because like the force that I would hit the snow with, especially when I was moving fast, was like, oh my God. My hips the next like week were just fucked. I couldn't train legs. And I was like, well, there goes that.
Yeah, I assume that would be pretty rough, especially being our weight now.
You're like 260 now.
Yeah, I'm 260, fat as fuck.
You're not fat.
No, but I feel it. Like, you know when you get heavy.
Heavy.
In off season, you're like, oh, fuck, everything's a chore.
It's not the fat. It's like the water and glycogen, like just that extra, like just weight just sitting on your body.
Oh, you know what's interesting? I'm not even eating that much. I'm having like 400 grams of carbs a day.
Telling you, man. I mean, for me, like I just started gaining weight all of a sudden, and I didn't even change my food. It's weird.
No, but you're not as stressed as you were before, as well as the protocol's a little bit different now.
Yeah.
Trevor's only got, I think he's on 600 now, 600 carbs a day.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just slowly ticking it up.
Yeah.
As his body composition gets worse, cardio increases, and then pull back, and then go again.
He doesn't have to eat that much. He's not a guy that needs to eat like 1,000 grams of carbs or do anything crazy.
But that's the thing. I put that down to metabolism, as well as how small you were when you were first starting. He was not a small boy. So as a bigger guy, you have to have, you require less food in a sense.
Yeah.
Because of your genetics. So if
Yeah,
you're a
you just
fatty,
naturally put on
if you're a
weight
fatty
in general,
you just
yeah.
naturally put on weight, then you don't need as much food.
I was the opposite, just super skinny and small. So just
You require double the
always
food.
have to eat a ton. Yeah.
Some people aren't like that.
Yeah.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. The some people are like the tweeners.
Yeah,
In
but then
between.
the amount of food you have to put down though
Yeah.
is stupid.
But I don't know. Lately, it's been so easy to do. I mean, when you have the right palatable foods,
Yeah.
and it's mostly carbs and protein, super easy.
How's Renee doing?
She's really sick, actually. She's like dying. She's thrown up all day yesterday, all last night. Like
From what?
I don't know. I think she just got sick. She's like didn't eat anything yesterday, barely drank any water, and she just keeps throwing up. So I don't know. I was actually gonna text her and see how she's doing. She what?
Pedialyte? Was it that?
Pedialyte? Yeah. I had her drink Gatorades.
Just force her to scull down as much Pedialyte as possible.
Yeah. She needs to get fluid in her. But yeah, she's been really sick. She's good before that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. She's doing fine.
She was doing fine, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, she'll probably need to like eat and train and get back
Rebalance.
to like normal, and then
Yeah.
she'll check in and see how she's feeling and stuff.
Trying to think if there's anything we can do in between there. Not really. Just let her buffer out whatever she's got, then get back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because I don't know what could have like caused it.
Chicken?
No, it was. I don't think it was food because she's not like.
Actually, that was me like
she's
2
just
weeks
sick.
ago.
She has like chills and stuff, like almost like a fever.
Oh.
Yeah. What up?
howdy.
How you doing?
Okay. Tolga.
There is no.
Oh,
You
no.
son of a bitch.
Yeah. Wardrobe change.
Oh yeah.
No, it's
All right, Jason, go
it's the
shirt.
same shirt. Yeah, I gotta take my shirt off.
He's
One of
got
us
shirt
got to do it. You're
underneath
leaner
that
than me.
Take my shirt off. I was thinking about it anyway. Yeah, how you just doing?
Welcome.
Good.
Good, man. How are you? So introduce yourself. I briefly introduced you earlier, but introduce yourself.
We are rolling. We've been rolling
Yeah.
this whole time.
Emerald Depree. I'm a fitness content creator. Also, I do dance and music. So yeah, I've been
Cool.
in this space for about 10 years, training. I was an athlete. I played soccer most of my life. I was a super skinny kid. And I started working out when I was around 11 because my dad bought me a backyard gym. And all I did was bench press, no legs for years, and curls and abs. I didn't hit my first squat until I was like 19, 20.
Wow.
Yeah, in Germany. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, playing soccer, we do like body like squats and stuff. So it's a completely different training than when you start bodybuilding and weightlifting.
Are you from Germany or were you visiting out there?
No,
or-
I was playing soccer out there.
Playing soccer, okay. So soccer was big for you then because you
Soccer
were
was-
on like a travel team?
Yeah, soccer was my whole life. So it's crazy because I was doing so much cardio and so much just like running that it was hard to develop muscle. So during my actual soccer season, I would lose all my,
Tissue that you put on.
Yeah, you'd put on
Yeah,
all this weight
so
in the
much
off-season
cardio.
and shrink. Yeah.
and it wouldn't even help with my season. It would make me worse because I wouldn't be as agile. I wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to
Your
move.
body has a bit of time where it like has to readjust itself.
Yeah.
Because you're used to running around with whatever to like 180 pounds,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you drop down to 160. It's like, oh well, what the hell?
Especially with soccer, like you're running around for what is it, 90 minutes?
90
the entire
minutes,
time?
and you have tournaments, so you have 3 games in a day.
Oh, shit. That's
Yeah,
insane.
so man, I was surprised I was able to. I was just lean. I was really lean, and then after I stopped playing soccer, I remember because I'd really started working out when I graduated from high school. I got my license because I mean, as an athlete, what else do you do for a job? You do something in fitness.
Yeah.
So I got my license and I started working out, and I remember going to Pizza Hut in college, and some girl was like, "Do you work out?" And I was so offended.
Not at
by
all.
that
Not at all.
You're like,
I was like,
wow.
I've been working out for a very long time, and you're asking me. So then after that, I was like, man, I want to start training harder. But then I had to give up soccer eventually because, I mean, I would come back season behind.
Yeah.
So it's almost like what we do for a living is like, there's a level of vanity to it. Like, I just want to look good. So people back then would be, but there's also, if you look intrinsically, there's a level of the discipline, the hard work, the constant sacrifice that we have to do too.
So what would you say, like, I mean, soccer was obviously your passion and you love weight training. Were you better at soccer, do you think, and you just wanted to bodybuild, or do you think soccer was eventually fading and you were like, bodybuilding is starting to be a better path for me as I get older?
It was very challenging because I feel like the physique was always there, but the sport wasn't complementary to the physique. So as I started to develop my physique, it's almost like automatically one would fall off. And as I started to focus more on soccer, the physique would have to fall off. So it kind of became
It's a trade-off.
a road of like, are you going to do this or are you going to do this?
You can't do both.
You can't do both. And you could try, but you're going to be average at both.
Yeah. And that's the worst. You don't
I've had
want to
this
be
hard conversation with some athletes as well. Like some of them are really heavy into like martial arts.
Yeah.
And they want to be bodybuilders at the same time. Like you can't do both. Like one you have to stay absolutely tiny for and be able to be athletic. And the other one, you're not athletic.
bodybuilders can't fight. We know that.
Yeah. You mean enhanced
Big
bodybuilders.
bodybuilders can't fight.
Big bodybuilders.
Try. You can still train, but like, it's not the same because
You're
not
never
as-
going to be good. Like
you're
you'll
not
never be.
agile.
If you're going to be
You're not-
competitive, it's not going to
Your
happen.
fast twitch muscles aren't the same. It's a different sport. It's a different sport.
I mean, shoot, even I know very few people who can do well at powerlifting and even bodybuilding, and I feel like those almost go hand in hand. I mean, there's a few. There's like Hunter Henderson and like Joe and a couple of people like that. But
which sport?
in bodybuilding and powerlifting.
Okay, yeah.
But it's even then
Larry
with
Wills,
how like
yeah.
I feel like adjacent they are. It's still
How you
hard to
lift,
do well.
how you execute the whole movement, and how you're training is completely different. The two, they're very similar in paths, but
Have you guys ever did powerlifting?
I haven't. I'm not a strong
Nope.
guy. I'm weak.
Okay.
I'm really weak.
I'm strong as hell,
Bodybuilding was
but I will not
always-
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got into powerlifting or calisthenics. Those are
I like my elbows and knees.
Yeah. Or what's there's calisthenics. There's CrossFit.
CrossFit, yeah.
CrossFit. Yeah.
I did that for a while.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
CrossFit's cool.
I did that.
A lot of people
I did that
shit
for
on it,
5
but-
years.
Yeah.
Straight 5 years.
What's the difference like in training for CrossFitters?
It's more cardio based with, let's say, as many rounds as possible. And you have to use certain equipment for different types of workouts and make sure that you hit certain numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have two different blocks in CrossFit. You have your strength block in the morning, then you got your endurance block at night. And your endurance block at night might include hang cleans, might include like strict military presses. It might be deadlifts for as many rounds as possible. But you have a pound for pound weight scale.
I feel like a lot of people that do CrossFit are shredded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Burn so many calories.
But
yeah.
But they're not big.
No, they're not big.
They're not
They're,
big,
they're
but
round, they're full because their muscle has to be.
Yeah.
But they're very cardio fit. Some
Yeah,
people,
cardio
you
fit,
see them and you're like, holy shit, you just look like a normal person. On camera, they look huge.
Yeah.
In person, you're like, okay, there's nothing to you.
Yeah. Is there any hybrids of CrossFitters and bodybuilders, or I know there's powerlifting.
I had one of my
Bodybuilding.
buddies actually go from CrossFit to powerlifting. He did fucking really well.
Really?
Really well. Really well. But that's because he had so much cardio endurance to be able to keep doing what he was doing and build upon that.
Yeah. Well, for me, I mean, that's kind of like my story is going from soccer to bodybuilding is very CrossFit training with already weightlifting at the same time. But I never got into CrossFit. I was like, man, I want to get big.
I'll tell you this, you will hurt yourself more in CrossFit than in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
There's more chance of snapping something because of the
Really?
movements that you're doing.
So once you made that change and that shift to bodybuilding, you're like, I'm doing bodybuilding. Was it I'm going to get as big as possible, or was it like I'm going to compete? What was the mindset like towards that shift?
When I first started, there was no vision of bodybuilding.
Okay.
Bodybuilding was like, I just like to work out with really big guys.
Got it.
Yeah, since I was
Just getting big. That was
yeah. So mostly getting big. When I remember I was like 12 or 13. I was at the gym. I saw this super big dude. He's like your size, and I was like, imagine a little kid, 13,
you're
12, talking to you like, "Yo, can I hop in?" And you're like, "Fuck no," but he was actually super nice. I think there's such a big stigma of like people your size or my size or our size, to be assholes, but it's like the opposite. Like they're normally the guys that like,
They're the
yeah, how
teddy
can I
bears.
help you? And then it's like the people just starting their fitness journeys are dicks. right?
He's just pointed his finger at 95% of normal LVAC.
Science-based lifters
Most
looking at you.
judgmental. Yeah, and we're just like, yo, like we'll help you, but we're not here to judge you because most of us came from a place where we weren't that big at some point, and we had to build our way
I
up
think
here.
most of the guys have this complexity to them where it feeds their energy to be better. Because they let out a lot of frustration, they're stressed, that whatever they're facing in life, they hyper focus it in that one area. They become a lot better of a person outside that. That was for me anyway. When I first started bodybuilding, I was angry at the world,
Yeah.
like seriously angry. And then because of the hormone condition I was going through. I didn't know what was what.
Yeah.
But the minute I started training, every time after training, I felt great.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep doing this. This makes me feel good.
So you guys both hopped in it right away, like bodybuilding? Or?
No, I didn't. He
I
was
was really
born and bred into it.
I competed
cool.
my first show at like 16 years old.
Okay.
That was my first and only natural show, and then I hopped on very quickly after that.
Yeah.
A couple years after.
Yeah.
That's actually what's the mind? So, when was the first time? How old were you? So you were playing soccer around 1920. When did you quit soccer?
I quit soccer around 21, 22 officially.
Okay.
That was when I was like, I'm done.
And then you started going towards bodybuilding. When did you compete?
I competed around 24, 25. 24 was my first show.
That's really cool.
Which I'm so that was about now six years ago. I just turned 30 a couple days ago.
Nice.
So
Happy
6
birthday.
years ago. Thank
Happy
you.
belated birthday.
I know, dirty 30. So but by that time I had been training for a long time, and it was like well overdue. Like you should have been doing a show, but
You already had the physique.
I had the physique, and it was almost like, oh, you compete. Oh, you know when you get that question, you compete. Do you compete? You should compete. So I got that a lot.
And doing that first show, what did you do? A natural organization first? Did you do the NPC? What did you compete in? What federation?
My first show, I did NPC. It was Fresno Classic.
Yeah, I competed in that show when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was 2013. I was 19.
Yeah, so that was my first show. And I was going into it pretty confident because I had a lot of hype. And it doesn't matter how much hype you have going into a show. Like people telling you how great you are, you don't know until the day you show up at the show.
Yep.
And you don't know your mindset until you actually start prep, because a lot of us have self-sabotaging behaviors. Life hits the fan, and then you kind of see who you are. You could tell your coach you're doing everything right, and you could tell the world, and you could look pretty good. But once you start prep, you know when you go to sleep what you're eating, what you're not eating.
Yeah, if you tick those boxes or not.
If you tick those
100%,
boxes, yeah. So I'm going into my first show, natural, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, I have a lot of these guys beat. And then, like 6 months later, one of my boys, I was like, he just blew up. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
You're like, what the
fuck? And he was like, bro, I thought you were on it the whole time. I was like, no, I'm not. So I was going into it confident, and then I saw him. I was like, fuck. And then I got to the show. I was looking around. I was like, I look good, but I'm not able to compete at that level with
enhancement. Yeah,
without enhancements.
And that's why I think in either when you do your first NPC show, you're either like me or you're like you. I did my first NPC show, and I saw teenagers that were like 50 pounds heavier than me, and I'm like, what the? I'm 16 years old. I'm like, what the hell? Like, there's kids that are literally 17, 18 years old blasting drugs.
Yeah.
And I went the route. I'm like, well, if I'm going to compete against them, I guess I'm going to have to do it. And then you obviously went the other route, and you're like, I'm not going to compete in this shit. Like,
so that's when
I don't want to take
to
anything.
The natural shows.
You did the natural shows.
Yeah.
How did you do in the NPC show?
The NPC show, I got third.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Probably beat a lot of people that were taking stuff.
Yeah, I had a good physique. So when you are natural, when you start cutting, you lose so much muscle mass. That's the biggest thing is I could look good right now. I'm like 220, but once I start my cut, I lose so much muscle during that time. So it's being able to maintain that muscle mass and still cut down to where you're diced.
Yeah,
and that's the sweet spot. I mean, even when you're on gear, it's still doing that is still challenging, but it's more doable than when you're natural. It's a lot harder.
Exactly. What a lot of people don't understand, natural preps and enhanced preps are completely different. An enhanced prep can be 12, 16 weeks.
Yeah.
A natural prep might be up to a year.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you're taking
some like top level pros in the world, like 102nd. Dude, I've spoken to some of them. They prep for a whole year. They have the whole year planned out with their dietitian. They've got a sports nutritionist. They've got everything.
Because they don't have drugs to pull the lever.
You know what's
they
funny
can only
about
diet.
that is my last prep was 3 weeks, and I went through
3 weeks.
Yeah, I got cheated. I got cheated on by my ex, so I went through.
You're like, I'm doing it. I'm just going to do a show.
I was in a fucking dark place. I got fired
This
from
guy
my
jumped
job.
on the Stairmaster for 3 hours a day.
No, bro, I couldn't
Saw
sleep.
demons.
I couldn't. Yeah, bro, I was fighting the demons. I was depressed, but. To go back, you said a year. My off seasons are normally a year, so I didn't compete this year. So, and my off seasons are pretty much my prep. So I'm still like,
Yeah, you're focused, you're staying lean, you're eating right.
Yeah.
Like you never get past a certain point.
So by
You're
the
working
time-
on the 1%ers,
Yeah.
not the 10, 20%. You're
exactly.
looking at the small details.
yeah. So by the time I get to, I'm ready to compete. I'm in a good place to
Pull.
but that year is right. I can't. That's why I had a lot of sponsors who were like, "Yo, compete this year." I was like, I look the same.
Yeah.
As last year. I barely won my last show because there was a guy that was a
So
little bigger.
with being natural, right, and these natural shows, is there anything that you have learnt that would keep your natural testosterone higher? Because I know for a fact, like I got some natural guys that are like,
Yeah.
hey man, like my test is shit. What do I do? I'm like, ice your
Yeah.
testicles. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to do that.
I mean, this one's kind of controversial.
Yeah.
Some people believe it. Some people think it's bullshit. I've done it. It's worked for me. Is semen retention.
Okay.
So no
Yeah, yeah,
sex.
I mean, he's talking about doing icing your testicles, so I
Yeah.
think that's pretty like on par for both.
yeah,
of
yeah,
them.
yeah. Semen retention. Well, my training is at a higher intensity. I could lift heavier versus when.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I can't last a day.
Yeah, it's hard.
So much gear.
It's
But
challenging.
it makes sense because I mean, from a psychological standpoint, if you're not having sex or masturbating, your drive is going to be higher. Like that drive is going to go into other
Your
things.
edge, yeah, your edge,
Your frustration.
Yeah, frustration.
The world.
your
you
frustration,
mentioned.
your discipline, all of it is like, it's almost distracting.
Yeah.
It actually is really distracting. So if you can't control it, it's gonna make you go off rails.
And we look at the polar opposite of those people. We think of like couch potatoes that lived in their mom's basement that sit there and masturbate all day. Like
Yeah.
they're the ones with low testosterone, with low ambition that aren't focused. So it only makes sense the opposite to a degree.
To a degree,
would be
yeah.
opposite. Would be the opposit of that.
Yeah,
You know?
so I think that would be my number one. Whenever I get ready to start on prep, I stop everything.
So how do you have a partner at the moment?
Yeah, I have a girl I'm dating right
Okay.
now. Yeah.
So what is her thoughts on that?
I remember I was just talking to her. Well, the last one I just went through a breakup.
yeah.
So
But
I
like,
was
how
Well,
do you
first
approach?
off, how long's the prep? Like your normal preps?
16 weeks.
Oh, okay.
That's very short.
All right. So now we've got that stage set.
Yeah.
Then what does your girl think?
Oh, she thought it was bullshit when I first told her. She was like,
Oh
"What?"
man.
She was like, I talked to my friend about it. There's no way. I was like,
Yeah. Okay.
And I've had that conversations with my guy friends or a couple of people. I mean, I've got made fun of for it, but for me, that's why I said it has to be personal. You have to feel, only you know your body. Like I could do your training split and your training split, and it might not work out for me. I could eat your diet and you could eat my diet. It might not work out for me.
I've said this many times.
It's our own personal placebo, and in my world, my illusion. I'm more driven and I'm more disciplined. And I'm not, and whatever energy I would be putting into that, I'm putting back into the gym.
It's up here.
Yeah.
That focus in your mind.
So that would be the first one. The second one would be I like to take cold showers.
Cold plunging, basically cold therapy.
Cold therapy. That's a good one.
That's basically the same notion of like icing the testicles. It's just cooling down the gonads actually allows them to create more testosterone.
Yeah, there's supposed to be exactly. There's some science behind that. I'm not big on this one, but ashwagandha, I've heard good things about ashwagandha.
Different
Tonga
supplements.
alley is really, really, really beneficial for some like
Say that
natty
one more
guys.
time?
Tonga alley.
Tonga alley, I haven't even heard of that one.
You learned something new. It's not banned. It's actually approved. So a lot of natural guys do use it.
Yeah, and I want to throw this out there for you guys. Leg day, right? They say when you hit legs, you boost testosterone. My idea is like, did they just tell that to guys so we would start hitting legs more? Was that like, like they say certain things like you're not supposed to eat then swim? Is that like just like, you know what I mean? Like, is that one of those?
I think
just systemic. Actually, you think like that systemic stressing of such a big body part would actually lower it.
Yeah, it would. Like when you really push your CNS into like overdrive, you actually lower your hormones.
Yeah, when you fry it, yeah.
I can actually test it with a natural client of mine that's going to get labs next week and tell them, hey, hit legs the day before. Let's see what happens.
I know. Is that like one of those cliches we just believe and we just like, fuck it.
One big guy thought about that in the gym. He's like, if I tell
legs.
every tiny guy to train his legs.
And it's going to boost his testosterone. He's going to start training legs more.
And then everyone started doing it.
Because then girls would have high levels of testosterone because they're always hitting legs.
Every 3 times a week.
Yeah, 3 times a week, more than
Fuck, man, 5 times a week. Some
5
girls.
times, yeah. They don't. They just
They
like
have a
all
booty
leg
day, upper booty day, lower booty day,
day.
upper upper hammer day, lower hammer day.
That's crazy.
Some of the shit I've seen on programs, I'm like, that makes no sense.
Another thing is, I was telling, I think I was talking to you on Instagram about
Maybe Jason.
Or-
One
Yeah,
of
I
us.
think you were talking to me, yeah.
about maximizing your genetics.
Yes, that's
So-
one thing, yes.
So what's your
100%.
guys' thoughts on that? Like before doing gear and then after as well.
100% before
Yeah.
doing gear. If you are not maximizing your genetics, like if you don't have at least, this is like bare minimum, 2 to 3 years of hard training and dieting, like you're prepping for a show before you take steroids, you're not ready for steroids.
We
It's
see eye to eye on
ridiculous.
this very, very 100% because of
You're wasting your potential.
Yeah.
Like if you I think of it this way, like if you, let's say you start at 150 pounds and you're trying to get your 200 pounds is your goal. And let's say you're able to get there naturally and then you start taking steroids. Now your ceiling is higher. So now you could get to 210, 220, 230. But if you took if you took steroids to get to 200 pounds, how much more steroids or how much damage are you going to do to your body to then get to 200 or 210, 220, 230?
Yeah.
Your ceiling is lowered.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people do that, especially these younger kids who take gear so early because they want the physique so quickly, and it's that's not how it works. We
unless you're genetically born with the genetics to be big, round, full, and hard, like a bodybuilder.
Do you think that's common though?
That's the thing. It's like the 2% of our
Those are like
population
the
that's
giants.
like that. Yeah,
Like the
and
original
then
giants.
you've got guys like Samson Dowda, who in his older age jumped on steroids, and then you look at the physique before, then you look at the physique after. You're like, holy shit,
and he's still progressing.
he's still progressing. So
And then talking about maximizing your potential without taking steroids, I think a lot of guys, they think only after, and I even fell into this trap too. After 3 years of natural training, you're done. You're tapped out. You can't get any more muscle.
Yeah, you feel like you've reached that ceiling, and there's
There's so much more.
Yeah,
So
there's so much more you can do.
for all the natural bodybuilders out there, and you know this too, you can keep growing for a long time, for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You will still make progress. Is it slower? Absolutely.
yeah, it's really slow.
We're not using drugs to
Yeah.
get that big, but you can still keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, there's some natural bodybuilders out there that are just, I mean, I look at them like, how the hell are they natural?
Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
you know?
My idea is when it comes to maximizing genetics is like we all start from like a certain base, and we all know great athletes that were really good, and we know people that were just really smart and they just knew how to make their thing work. And they say what's the quote is, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yes.
So some people that are naturally big are more lazy. They don't train as hard.
Yeah, they don't have a rush to the goal.
Or they feel like the reason why I beat the last person I beat in the competition is he's really big, but that gave him the confidence to be like, I'm gonna have 2 burgers and a milkshake and some fries
He
before the
wasn't
show.
willing to work as hard as you.
Versus me, I'm like,
I'm gonna
okay.
stick to my rice and my fucking
I'm
chicken.
gonna take my 1 shot of vodka. I'm gonna just stick to my cold ass cream of rice and some cod, and I'm gonna come in peeled.
Yep.
So that's the difference of maximizing on your genetics is like, no matter, and we all know we have certain body parts that are great and certain body parts that lack. And then I think when it comes to maximizing your genetics, you have to have a level of self-awareness. Are you actually putting in the work? Are you eating all the meals? Kind of like what we talked about on prep. Prep exposes you.
It does.
It shows you who you really are.
accountability for what you produce.
Exactly. So when you're maximizing your genetics and you're understanding the idea of like, okay, am I eating every single meal? Am I sleeping? Am I training? Okay, I hit that leg session, but then I really hit it. Did I hit it with everything?
Did I leave anything in the
Did I
tank?
leave
that
anything
could've-
in the tank? So I think those are the, and then if we could honestly have self-awareness to answer those questions, and then you can actually see, okay, this is what your body's supposed to look like. A lot of people say genetics, but I'm just like, no, you're genetically lazy.
Yeah.
You're genetically not pushing as hard as you could
And
be.
it's also, nowadays, I think people are more inclined to use a shortcut.
yeah,
because
no
it's
one
so
wants
easy
take
to
the
achieve.
long route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one
That's
wants
true,
to do the
yeah.
hard work.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, I can just take testosterone. My test levels are. But if you medically need it, what are your thoughts on that? If you medically need it.
Yeah, anything you medically need, you should take, right? You should try to, I mean, I didn't take the vaccine. I don't like medical stuff. I don't like hospitals. So for me, I always try. It's not just with.
So is that what that comes from? That
Yeah,
mindset when you say natural is you don't want to take anything.
I
You
don't
want to be
want to
reliant
take
on
anything.
anything.
No vaccines.
That makes sense. Yeah.
No
Because I
COVID
always
hit,
want to
I'm
know
good.
like what natural bodybuilders like mindset is towards it. Is it health? Is it I don't want to be reliant on a drug? Is it just I just like competing naturally?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
wanna,
So it's like kind of like,
everyone's
okay, you
different.
find out you have cancer. It's like, okay, you could go chemo or you could go and try these fruits. I mean, some people be like, fuck it, I'm in so much pain, I'm going to go through chemo. Some people are like, I'm just going to go vegan. Like if I came to it, I'd be, fuck it, I'm going to go vegan and I want to try this route first. And if it comes down to it, then I'll take the medical route.
Yeah.
So that's been my thing is I don't trust doctors and I would love to be like Captain America. You know what I mean?
That means you got to take an asinine amount of steroids.
I would love to be like Captain America, but I lost trust for the health system here in general.
Was there one specific like event that happened, or was it multiple things in your life that you think you just started to like?
I think
lose
it's just
faith in the medical system?
multiple things. I just feel like the medical system. You know how you like, oh, like take this for your head, but you're gonna have these side effects,
Yep.
or loss of this.
This for your
loss
blood
of sight,
blood
loss
pressure.
of- yeah.
You know how many times I've seen an ad on YouTube? Take this medication.
Yeah.
Warning, might have blah, 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 blah. And you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, why am I even going to bother taking that then?
Yeah, which is crazy. So, and then another thing to lean into this conversation more is, what do you guys think of the fake natty culture?
Oh my god.
Do you know how many we have to like,
That's the worst because because there's people like you who do this 100% natural.
Yeah.
You're willing to get tested at any time. You're like, I don't take anything.
Yeah.
And then there's the people that they don't even compete and then they claim natural. And they go online and they parade around as natural and they're selling something. I think that's the worst part. They're selling supplements.
Who are some of those guys?
There's one guy with Harder Than Last Time, Greg Doucette's company. I forgot his name.
I know we have Mike O'Hearn. That's
Mike O'Hearn is the worst offender.
Mike O'Hearn is the OG. We're just
The
going to let
OG.
him be.
Everyone,
He's lost his mind.
He's just a meme at this point. Like
Something's
even
hit
when
him in California too hard. He's all
even
good.
when I see him talk, I'm like, there's something wrong. Like, like you can tell, like he's just
funny
not all
though.
there.
He's funny. But yeah, I don't. Who's another one? Yeah, well, you guys name some people.
I mean, everyone's on that Hyacine. Hyacine is that name?
Hyacine.
Hyacine
Oh,
kid.
Hyacine, yeah.
I don't know whether he's natural or not.
who's Hyacine? See, I haven't even
Is
heard
it
of him.
Hyacine?
I know who you're talking
That's
about.
Greg Doucette's guy. I think you're talking about.
That's Greg Doucette's guy. So he claimed that he put on like 40 or 50 pounds in like this ridiculous amount of time where he just trained and took ecdysterone. And everyone's like, that's turkesterone. Sorry.
Turkesterone.
Yeah. And
And
that's
I mean,
bullshit.
he blew up in like a couple. That's the difference too. When
How
they
old-
grow
how old
too
is he?
quick. Oh my god, early 20s.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
If you blow up in your early 20s from like 18 to 21, and it's not even like small amounts, it's so significant
Yeah.
that your body's like, that's a different person at a whole different genetic level,
Yeah.
then you know that's fake.
Yeah.
And they start running with that thought of like, I can market this really well.
Yeah.
You understand, some of these kids are so good at manipulating like the market for them and changing their social media presence to make money for themselves.
Yeah.
Because the minute they do, they're rolling. They're laughing. They don't
that's
care.
true.
Like if Jason's over there thinking he's Natty and he's a Natty and goes, wow, he can do it, I can do it too. But they don't take into factor that he's lied. Whereas you go, hey, I am natural. Give me a drug test at any time.
Yeah.
I'll do anything to prove that I'm natural. Like this is my stance on medical like intervention and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He'll get called a fake natty more than anyone else.
Yeah. I get it all the time. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's just stupid.
I know.
That's social media, though,
But
nowadays.
that culture is very, and it is. I mean, it could, and that's the problem too. Is like, it could be a lot of different people, and if they're not competing, you'll never really know.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing. When
You'll
they do
never know.
compete, they just have to go off for 16 weeks.
It's easy to beat the test.
That's
if you really
also
wanted
an
to.
interesting topic because someone asked me like, what do you think of the rules on NPC and natural bodybuilding? And I've heard a lot because people like you competed, but you could have been on cycle and then got off cycle and then did the show.
Dude, let me tell you something about...
I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. That's like being a tranny fucking competing in
Yeah, yeah.
fucking women's
And then just
sports.
switch. It doesn't-
Yeah.
That's not fair.
That's what I was going to point
Like
out. but
why? What's the point
It's
of
the same
doing
thing
that?
with like the lie detectors they do at like natural shows. You know how easy it is to beat a lie detector?
But
Go take some propanol.
But why
and
though?
then-
Is that a marketing thing, a marketing business tool? Like, because my honest thing is, I think for most in the bodybuilding community, no one really cares if you do gear or not.
No, we don't.
No, in the NPC, it's a free for all.
Yeah, no one cares.
Dude, most of the guys backstage are asking, like, so would you run this prep? Exactly. Like, and that's how they
I think it's almost like to be in, you have to do it.
It's kind of, It's like, wait, you don't take anything? Like,
you're not going to win the show.
Like, you can't be my friend. Like, we don't do the same thing.
You got to take Anadrol. You got to take
I got one. Here, let me bring
Yeah, and so...
I literally had a guy come up, he's like, have you got any Halo by any chance? I'm like... Bro, I'm not even competing. Why are you asking me? Just wondering, bro.
Definitely the higher you go up too, the more like you could win. You could maybe win a show. You could maybe go pro natural.
You could go.
But once you go pro natural, it's I doubt.
It's done.
That's you could just say you went pro natural, and that's it.
So what are the federations that you're currently competing in your natural?
This next year I want to do NPC for the whole year.
Wow! Wow!
Yeah, I just did Muscle Mania.
The amateur, the natural shows.
So
or you just gonna stick to them.
So my goal is to go win natural shows, and then then after go do normal
NPC.
shows.
Yeah. Open.
So kind of do both.
Nice.
Do like a hybrid, but kind of focus because my idea for that is like I want a natural Mr. Olympia, and that's the thing about testing is like. I want to know a way that is actually like bulletproof, like this person's natural never did steroids.
They would have to test them like once a month all year in order to do it. They would have to do it in a way that they would trip them up because it's so easy to get. If you know the drugs, you know the metabolites, because that's what they're testing for. Is they're doing very high sensitivity tests for the metabolites.
Yeah.
And if you know what drugs to take and not to take, and what have lasting
and know how to
metabolites,
flush it out as well,
they can flush it out very quickly.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
So it would have to be very, very often. On
my last show, I was 186 on stage, 7% body fat, which was like good muscle bellies. Probably I haven't been that small since high school. That's tiny to me.
Yeah.
Right now I'm 218, 219, and a lot of people were like, well, maybe you're off cycle then and now you're on cycle now. Or no, you're on cycle then or off cycle. Well, I was like, I'm bigger now than I was then, and you know what I mean. But when I cut back down, my body is going to change.
Glycogen retention, water retention.
If anything, that shows that you are natural because look at how much size you lose leaning down. Because if you were on gear, you'd retain a lot more.
Yeah, which I mean, that's the prayer, man. That's what I want. I'm like,
so let me ask you this: what is your, I would say, supplement stack for prep?
My supplement
compared to off season.
I say the same: creatine, L-citrulline, L-arginine, beetroot, and that's my 4 main things.
Cool.
Wow,
and L-glutamine.
Yeah, basics.
Basics
to cover gut and like fluid retention and stuff like that.
And what about peptides? What are your ideas on peptides?
I don't think they're beneficial in building muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Some
for
of them
losing
can.
fat?
They're not as good as steroids in any way.
Okay.
For losing body fat, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you got retatrutide, you got SLU, you got all the growth hormone peptides.
It's also for recovery, right? Like joint pain and all that stuff.
That was the next thing I was saying. Quality of life, recovery, healing. That's where I think
Here's the question.
shine.
Are you natural if you take the peptides?
Yeah, that's also. Because I have a friend that's really big on. He'll be like, bro, if you use the microwave, you're not natural.
No, like use the way I isolate, you're not natural.
Yeah. I've had that conversation. I'm like,
you gotta live in a cave.
Where are we drawing the line at for natural? He's like, yeah, you got to just eat all organic foods, in order to be natural. I'm
if
like,
you go to the grocery store,
if you take creatine, you're not natural.
If you didn't pick it off the tree, so I'm like, is it natural?
I was like, my idea of natural for bodybuilding is not taking gear.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. No peptides, no steroids, nothing that enhances your performance.
What about natural testosterone boosters, though?
Yeah, that's anything that's a. I guess you.
As long as it's not banned.
Yeah, as long as it's not banned. I was gonna say anything that's like herbal, but
because I see a lot of like fitness influencers that never really claim to do steroids, but they do promote natural testosterone. I think even Michael Hearn, Simeon Panda.
That's why I said to you like Tonga Ali, right? That's one of the main ingredients in any testosterone booster. Zinc. It's just zinc boosts your testosterone. Tonga Ali boosts your testosterone.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, Tribulus. Yeah, that's been a big one for
same thing. It's just a matter of how you respond. And the only thing I tell a lot of the natural guys is I can't see as a coach. I can't tell you if it's going to work without checking your blood work in 4 weeks and testing the dosage of where you need. It's the same as like steroids, for example. My TRT requirement is 100 milligrams a week. His is probably 300, right? because how he methylates compared to me is different. It's the same with supplements. For example, another classic example is he might top out at 10 grams of creatine. I may only require 5.
Yeah.
And if I look at my lab work, where my creatinine levels are and where his are, you may need to adjust.
Yeah.
It's the same for a natural. That's where I think it changes a lot on the game of being a natural, of checking your lab work and going, okay, if I add this in, what's it going to do to my next set of labs? As a natural, your best friend is lab work.
Yeah.
So you can see what's going on.
Yeah.
In
the
my
metrics.
eyes, like it's the metrics that that you track over time.
Yeah.
Because
I feel
you're
like
not
those are the deep details too that make the big difference
Yeah.
for longevity and actual real change.
Yeah.
And I think if you're just going off of brute force, or you're actually working smart and hard at the same time, and that's like the science base behind the actual training to grow.
I had a young
grow.
guy that was like, hey man, I just want to stay natural. I'm like, you can stay natural, but you do not have the genetics.
Yeah. And
It doesn't matter how much you tick those boxes. You just purely don't have those
it's kind of like,
genetics.
okay, bro, you're short. You want to go pro in basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You're already at a huge disadvantage.
you're at a huge, like you're just short. Like we can't help, like even, how tall are you?
5'8".
Yeah. 5'11".
I'm 6 feet, so none of us would be good for the league.
We're if we
I thought you were right now.
we would be the exception.
I'm not even that coordinated to throw
I
the
think
fucking
maybe we would be
basketball.
a point guard, and that's the shortest, which is like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
So I think I just having a level of like a dose of reality of like, man, I just don't throw me in the water. I'm not trying to swim. I don't care how big I could get.
Yeah.
Don't make me swim.
You're just not going to be inclined to do some physical aspects.
And
like
you
that.
have to be okay with that.
Yeah,
And it might not be bodybuilding, might not. I mean, you can have fun with it. We could help you get as far as you want with it.
You know what? It's a really good test for most natural bodybuilders. Getting an actual genetic test.
Yeah.
Like a DNA power test.
That's a thing too. I never even heard of the genetic test.
I did one for me and I did one for my wife because my wife's a fucking freak. Like genetically, she's a freak. And if she stayed natural, she'd be a freak as well still. But the rate of growth we saw with her, and I'm like, hey, I need to figure out like how is this possible in such, because you remember her 2 years ago compared to now, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
She just turned pro in female bodybuilding.
Oh, nice.
Like it's
Congrats.
crazy.
Yeah.
Right? But we did a genetic test and it tells us, okay, she's very dependent on carbohydrates, doesn't need much protein. Fantastic. It tells you a lot. For me, it told me that I'm basically a farmer. I'm not good at shit. It gives you a category style of like what type of individual
What's
you
that
are.
test called?
DNA power.
Okay, that's
It
dope.
tests your gut microbiome in a sense with what like methylation you got, what type of foods work best for you, how do you methylate different like metabolites, where do you need more support and advanced support for like brain health and function. Tells you the whole works. I can send you the lab report for mine and you can have a look through it. It tells you exactly how much vitamin B12 I need a day.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you guys were younger and you guys saw super big dudes like working out training, what was your first perspective on them?
How do I get like that?
Yeah. How do I get like that? Yeah.
So was it he's on gear though? I mean now
I
it's,
know.
Yeah,
I was
you
very
knew? Okay.
so I grew up very very blessed because my dad owned a Gold's Gym.
Oh, nice.
So you're from California?
Fresno, yes.
Fresno.
Yes.
Did you ever go down to San Diego?
Yes, of
Do you know
course.
the EOS down there? Mm-hmm. My dad built that.
Okay.
So it was a Gold's before EOS bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He lost it around the pandemic, or not the pandemic, 08 crash.
Okay.
It was way before then. Because economy collapsed and they lost a ton of members. So I think he lost it around like 09, 10, and then it got taken over. But it used to be a movie theater, so he built that. And I was always there. I was there all day, you know. So like any time I was off school, whatever. So he taught me how to train all that, and I was around all the big guys, all the trainers. You know, I just knew everyone because they're like, oh, that's the owner's son, you know, little skinny kid.
Yeah.
But like I learned pretty quickly, like these guys are all taking something. Like they don't just look like that. You know?
How old?
I learned probably around 16.
Okay.
So at first, my first like year training, I grew pretty quickly. I mean,
That's around the time you're getting ready to compete too.
when I competed and I did a show naturally. And that's when I started to realize, because I remember seeing the people in the gym and then seeing people at the competition was a whole nother ball game, because I was seeing like actual IFBB pros there.
And that
And
would
I
have
was
been
like,
like, oh, goddamn.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
fucking
saw
small.
Quincy Taylor, one of the tallest pros I've ever seen. He's like 6'3", like 300 and something pounds. Just hoses going through his arms for veins. And I I was like, how in the hell can someone be that big? Like, I just couldn't fathom it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, people started talking to me about gear, and that's when I met Boston Lloyd, because we competed against each other. You know, a guy named Boston Lloyd, very famous guy. He just passed a couple years ago for being one of the first guys to openly talk about steroids. He was one of my childhood friends, but just really
crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
just crazy.
He knew the risks. He was willing to take
he
it,
just said,
and
"Fuck
he's
it."
like, I need to be able to test this stuff so people know what to do with it and how to
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
He did
pushed the limit.
dosages that were like unheard of, like just
Back
insane
then.
things.
Now it's like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, this is like a normal cycle now.
When I was younger, I didn't know anything about it. And I'm talking, this is
That's
at
probably for the best.
this is at
That's probably a good thing.
11, 12, 13. This is where I'm like working out, but I'm mostly, because I'm in the soccer world. I'm
Yeah.
like, but I'm still at the gym and I'm seeing all these big, massive dudes. And my idea is like, if you do what they do, you'll get what they get.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I would do every single workout and I would try to lift as much as them. I was nowhere near it. But in my head, that was like, that's my goal. If I can do that, if I could eat what he eats, I could look like him. And I had that mentality until about like 18, 19. And then around 16, 17, people were like, oh, you must be taking something. That's when I started to hear about it. I still didn't, it didn't register because it wasn't within my sphere at that time.
And you probably didn't know what any of them were. You're like, what would I even take? Like, I don't even know what you're talking
No
about.
clue, yeah. So it kept going like that. And then that's when I started to follow Simeon Panda.
Yeah.
And that's still,
The
Simeon,
OG freak.
The OG freak.
I've been chasing his physique since I was like 18.
Yeah.
I've been like, that's how big, that's my body goal. I want to look like him. So that's, for me, is like, if you are natural, tell the truth. If you're not, because I just want to know what's possible
And what's not, yeah.
and what's not, you know? And that's it. That's
Dude,
been my thing.
I know a Australian pro that's natural, and he looks twice my size. And bone dry shredded all year. Genetics. The guy trains twice a week.
Damn.
For God's sake. I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's just his genetics,
Yeah.
right? But the thing is Simeon Panda natural or not?
Well, I mean, he says yes. He
Yes.
says he is. So, I mean, so what, when you guys look at someone, that's another fun one.
Traps.
What's a good,
I look at the traps.
Looking at me,
If
what
I'm
would be
trying
like
to take, if I'm honestly,
Yeah.
it's impossible to look at someone because some people are genetically so gifted with the way that their muscle sits on their
Yeah.
body. Like, look at, do you know Keon Pearson?
Yeah. But
Keon. What's his last name?
Pearson.
Pearson.
it's
Okay.
with a P, right? Yeah.
yeah.
He just competed in 212.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the 212 champion.
You look at him when he was younger, natural.
He was huge.
You'd be like, this guy's on gear for sure.
Yeah.
But the way the muscle sits on his body, he's gigantic. He only weighed
frame.
like 170 pounds.
Then, wow.
So
I remember he did his first show natural, and he just blew everyone away.
it was unbelievable.
was
and
like,
same
whoa.
thing with you. Like, if I'm looking at you, I'm like, in my back, immediate thought, I'm like, yeah, he's on gear. Like, look at him, he's huge. But like, knowing you, I also, now that I know you, I'm like, he's got good genetics, and you've also trained for a decade.
Yeah.
Longer, actually.
Yeah, long time.
What I look at now that makes the most sense is, I'm trying to remember. It's the what's the thing that naturals use? The lean body mass. There's a calculation, FFMI.
Yeah.
It's a fat-free mass index. So you take your weight, your height, and your body fat, and it gives you a fat-free mass index. If you are over a certain amount, there is no possible way you're natural.
Yeah.
Because there comes a certain, and it's a spectrum. Like some people that
And that's
are
not
really,
a look. That's just off of, okay.
it's not a look. It's based off of the amount of tissue that you hold on your body versus your height and how much body fat you have. So if you start to get into like for example, a very good natural is like 27, 28 FFMI. If you start to get in the 30s, no way in hell you're natural. Like I think I did mine. It was like mid 30s or something. So like
And
makes sense.
if you
know?
had to like put that to a picture, what would that look like?
So if I'm thinking like if I think like Doug Miller, for example, like one of the top pro naturals, I think he weighs 180 pounds on stage, and he's like 5'8", peeled out of his mind. So you know, 3%, 4%.
Yeah.
I think that's about as big at 5'8" as a natural can get. If someone's 200 plus pounds at 3% body fat at 5'8", no way in hell.
Yeah.
There's just too much of a gap there. Now, maybe someone comes along and is 185. Sure, he's the exception, and he's an unbelievable genetic freak, and he's a little bit better than Doug. Sure, but there is like a cap. You know what I mean? Like Ronnie, for example, Ronnie Coleman.
He was big
He's
too.
the monster. I mean, obviously, and way better
You look
than
at his
people
younger
that took
pictures,
years.
and you're like,
Yeah.
How is that possible? Like people when he first competed, people thought he was on gear.
Yeah,
They thought he was
that's
running the
when
same
he was at the O, right? But he was placing really low before.
He was natural.
Yeah.
He was placing like I think like 23rd, 25th. He was like at the he was like almost last place.
No, I think he got last place in one of the shows, and he was like, "Oh hell, what am I going to do now?" That was his famous words.
Yeah. But that's the metric that I use. I think that's a very reliable metric, and it always it will take the fake naturals out of it because they'll be so far out of the normal range, like they won't be in that spectrum where you're just like, you're a bullshitter. Like there's just no way.
Look,
like you would fit in that. So you're 6 foot, you get on stage at 186, like peeled out of your mind, right? I mean, you're well within there. So I mean, you and rightfully so, because you have a lot more to gain. You know, you could be a Doug Miller, but at 6 foot, you could be 200 pounds. You know, because you're taller.
Yeah.
But at my height, there's no way someone's weighing 200 pounds on stage naturally.
Like me, naturally, I'm meant to be in the 180s.
Yeah.
But because of my bone density and the way I am, and my background is all cardio, like aerobics, I'm a lot heavier now because I'm not doing as much. But the minute I start running or doing something, everything just comes off.
Yeah. Right now, I'm still bulking up to about 220. My goal is to bulk up to about 230, and then see what I always undershoot where my weight's gonna land when I start prep. Like I end up losing more weight than I expected.
Do you have a weight cap?
No.
Yeah, because you're open, right? You do open bodybuilding.
Classic.
Oh, you do classic, really?
Yeah.
So he's got a weight cap.
Big for
But
classic.
I've never hit my weight.
Yeah. It's not possible for you.
I've never been close to hit that. I want to. That'd be nice.
6 foot,
200 plus. I mean,
217 or something.
It's got to be around 220.
Yeah, I think it's around 220.
Yeah,
when Trevor did his, Trevor is just a bit taller than you and I, or he's actually taller than
he's
him
a
as
little
well.
taller.
He's like 6'1", 6'2".
6'1" or 6'2". Man, he always says he's 6 foot. I don't believe him, man.
he's tall
he
as hell.
towers over me.
Yeah.
And I think his weight cap was 217, and I pushed him down to that, and we got it, the classic. And I'm like, fuck. But the look is so different.
Yeah.
For you probably look better around the weight cap that you should be at.
Yeah.
Compared to if you were actually hitting your not natural weight cap at like the 217.
And especially in natural shows, because you guys obviously you can't be a mass monster, you know.
It's
You
rare.
can be a mass monster in your realm, like, but you're not gonna. No one's coming in weighing 250 pounds in a natural show.
Absolutely
So
not.
condition is highlighted so important.
And it's also in normal shows too. Conditioning is key, but for us, it's like
extremely.
yeah.
So I have to ask this: do you coach yourself?
My last show, I did coach myself.
Yeah.
But I have bodybuilder friends that.
Oh yeah. So you run opinions, and ask for advice, and
Yeah, I had help with my peak week and posing. My first show, I had a coach. Yeah.
And how did you like your first show's approach to how you do things now?
First show, although I had a coach, I didn't know what I was doing. That's your first show, so it wasn't the same. Second show, I had a better expectation of what to expect. My first show, my coach mostly helped me with posing and diet. Those were the two things I needed to do: is know what to eat, how to cut down, and how much cardio I should be doing. But I think my first show I was going in with the idea of thinking like, oh, I could. The mentality was different because I don't know what I'm stepping into. I'm overly confident and overly zealous versus my second show. I'm just like, I just want to get on stage and I know what I did wrong last time. So
I want to correct those.
Let me correct those mistakes. Yeah. So my first show, I was having like teriyaki madness.
That is the best.
You're doing teriyaki madness.
Best prep off season. Like you can fit that shit in. I'm telling you, it's so good.
A gummy bear here and there. But my second show was like no sauce, no sugar, no honey, no nothing. But it was only 3 weeks, so it wasn't that bad. But my diet I'd already been pretty lean before.
Well, you turned pro your first show?
For Muscle Mania, bro. I don't want to talk about.
All right, let's hear this.
No, we want to hear it. You brought something up. Once something pops up like this, we poke and prod the bear.
Muscle Mania. No, if they're watching this,
don't worry, they're not watching this.
No,
the show is ran kind of strangely. It's kind of like when you go there, like it's like you win your first show, everybody gets a pro card, or they have like it's not even like a huge show, but they have a huge brand that they built for them. So and they kind of pick and choose who they want to be like. Okay, we're going to give you this, and then you come back to our show.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's why I'm switching over to NPC because I feel like
you want real competition. Like you want to like
the last one I was happy because there was just one guy that made me be like, okay, that guy. At least I'm like, I'm not.
It was hard. Yeah.
There's some. Yeah, it was some competition. But outside of me and him, it was like washed out, right?
Yeah.
The best. I think your best experience is going to be at a national show.
Yeah.
Because then you got like.
You're one of those
got
guys.
30 guys.
Yeah, you're too good for a local natural show because there's so many people who will do those.
That
shows
was Muscle Mania Hollywood.
Okay.
So I was expecting it to be a really big show. And then when I got there, I was kind of like, a little unorganized, you know, but, you know.
The good thing is the NPC will really, I mean, shit, you're competing with a handicap, but you also have very good work ethic. You put in the time and you have the genetics. Yeah.
And I'm
from
not
your stage photos, man, you could win it overall. I'm not too stressed
out about, that's the thing. I think I was watching you talk about it. It's like, it says in bodybuilding, you have to be all in or all out.
Yeah.
I think in my lifestyle, it's all in. Like I don't want to cheat. I don't want to eat anything. Like I train, but I've never really been like I want to be a bodybuilder. I just train like a bodybuilder, and I surround myself around bodybuilders. So naturally, I start to take on the habits like and the tracking of macros, but I'm not like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the lifestyle though, so it works out, right? I'm obsessed with, but I don't really care to compete, but I have scholarships or scholars. Was it
sponsorships?
Scholarships. I'm a scholar.
He's gone from one to the next.
I'm a scholar of bodybuilding now, but I have sponsorships that be like, hey,
push you to compete,
and then as a fitness influencer, it's almost like, yo, you have to compete because you have to show your results. And then 3, the mindset that it fortifies in me, the discipline, the like, you're not going to eat anything good for like the next, like, yes, let's do it. So I like that mentality, but
I think it scares a lot of the regular people that go into a show. They're like, oh, I can't have this and I can't have that.
Yeah.
They get halfway through a prep and they're like, oh, I just feel so bummed out. And then I have to remind a lot of people, you chose this. You're all either, like I said, all in or all out. You can't be 25% in at like that week and then the next week be like, I'm halfway.
You won't win
out.
for sure, yeah.
Like he's saying, it's a privilege to be disciplined. It's a privilege to have that mindset. I feel like it's so easy to go to the store and grab a candy bar, but when you're forcing yourself to say no. One else is telling you can't have the candy bar, but when you're telling yourself and saying like, I'm not going to eat that for my own discipline.
If you honestly apply all the same like principles from prep to your off season, you're going to look like you were in prep, just not show day.
Yeah.
And people sort of go, oh, well, off season means I got to grow. So and that's why
eat whatever I want.
No, that's not what you want to do. It's not about that.
I just made a video. It's not about eating whatever you want. It's about eating more of the right thing.
Yes.
That's it. That's the only difference.
That's why I live by the 95% good, 5%, okay, we can be a bit flexible.
Yeah.
On a certain special day.
For your clients, when they're on prep, do you give them a little bit of that flexibility or is that done?
Fuck no. There's not hell, it's fuck no. Trust me. Like
no cheat meals once they start prep? Nothing?
None.
Okay.
None.
If you've entered into a bodybuilding prep, you've entered into
entered into my world where you eat the way we are meant to be expected to eat.
Yeah.
Like I've had Rania is different. Like my wife is different when it came to prep because I'm like, holy shit, there's not enough clean food for me able to feed her. It's going to give her stomach digestion issues and all stuff. Okay, we have to do a burger.
Are we also cutting sauces at this time or is this
that's
the whole
thing.
Prep? 16 weeks, no sauce, no honey?
No, so like honey I use as pre-workout, post-workout for quick insulin release and stuff like that. But for some athletes require some dirty food to be able to reload. Like Trevor, you can't feed that guy enough food to fill up.
You will notice the bigger you get, the more you will have to be creative with your food where you need to fuel your body better. Because we go in with the mindset sometimes of like, all right, I got to suffer. I got to be as shredded as possible. Yeah. But sometimes with that mindset, it can backfire and you can start to lose muscle too quickly. Especially if you're a big
That's what happened in my first show.
Over dieting.
Over dieting.
And that's why it's very, very important. Like for him, I know I can't give him junk food.
Yeah.
But I can give him a shit ton of clean food now. And he had issues when we first started working together of being able to eat the food because he just wasn't hungry. But when he eliminated a lot of the shit, all of a sudden his appetite came back and now he's eating like almost 800 grams of carbs a day.
Yeah.
It's very important to know when to eat, how to eat, what foods work best for you. For me, I can't have cheese, I can't have dairy, I can't have certain things. I know it's going to fuck me, so I just stay away from it.
Yeah, just completely. It.
But a diet for sure is very individual. Everyone's different. You do what works best for you, and some people.
Because I know some people that have their little McMuffins, their bagels.
Sure.
Yeah.
For me, I first show, I thought I was just him. I could get away with it. Second show, I was like, fuck that, bro. I saw how you looked on stage. You did not look how you were supposed to look. I saw how I looked, but that's why I was in my second show. I was in a much different place though. So depending on when you start your prep, if you're happy.
So why don't you walk us through your normal off-season diet to your prep diet?
Off-season diet, shit.
Like food selection.
I think, it's just same shit that everybody eats, but off-season diet is like...
Oh, bro, if you say the same shit as everyone else eats, you've got no idea what some of these guys eat.
In the bodybuilding world, like, not just general public, but it's like, the only difference is I just go up on my carbs. It's the same food sources. I don't really change it.
Chicken, rice. What do you like for carbs?
Ground chicken, ground beef, ground turkey, eggs,
your carbohydrates?
sweet potatoes, rice.
Nice, yeah.
Cream of rice.
Cool. Simple.
Yeah.
Very simple.
I don't want to cook fruits. Yeah, fruits. I don't even judge myself with fruits.
Yeah, fruits are good. There's nothing wrong with
until
fruit.
And if I get into season
prep,
then everything's more track. But off season, I allow myself to eat the fruits how I want to eat the fruits. I mean, 100 grams of berries in the morning. Yeah. But yeah, very simple. I think I try to make it as easy as possible so I could stick to it. Yeah. And it's crazy. I know we've all been like this. We've all been eating the same meal year after year, like for almost 10 years.
It's how you make it too, to make it
a little
creative.
bit of different sauce, a little bit of, sriracha Salts, here, some salt. Yeah, so, but going into this next prep, because I'm in a different period of my life, I'm trying to see like how mentally I'm going to be able to beat the last person. Because the last person that stepped on stage was a dog. Yeah. That person was ready to kill himself. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And this time you're going in happier, I assume. Like you're in a good place.
Good
like you're
place,
in a positive mindset.
I'm out the tunnel.
So,
I'm out
so you have to learn. It's a good and a bad thing.
It's a good and a bad thing.
Sometimes that dog is good. Like you get out of. I've had preps where I broke up with a girl. I'm like, fuck. I'm just going into this prep just angry, like ready to suffer. I don't care. Every training session.
Don't give me anything sweet. I don't give a fuck about cookies.
And I think sometimes it's a bad thing because it stresses your body out. Yeah, but 100%. I think you push your body to its limit, which is a good thing. Yeah. But if you go in happy, you lose that stress. Your body's going to look better.
You're looking at that cookie a little different.
Yeah, you're clearer. You're happy with what you're doing with your life. But then also like you do have to dig down deep and find that dog.
Dig down deep to find that dog. Yeah,
because something has to drive you.
Something has to drive you. Yeah,
it has to be some kind of emotion, whether it's like happiness, whether it's anger, whatever it is, something has to drive you.
So do you believe that you have a little switch in your head somewhere that you can just flip whenever you want?
I wish. No, I don't. I think I just have habits. So before I get into my prep, I have to have my habits already programmed.
There we go. Yes, perfect answer.
I wish I had a switch where it's like boom, but no, it's like right now is like that's why my off seasons are so important, because before I start my seasons, the only difference is I'm doing more cardio and I'm eating less carbs.
I have some athletes that will just be like, I have a switch in my head, bro. I'm like, that's a load of shit. No. Yeah, your habits and your routine can't be just I flip the switch of a light switch and it's on. It should be on 24/7.
Yeah.
You're only as good as your habits, your organization, your discipline. Mm-hmm. If you're just you can't just flip it out. Like that's not a thing.
Dude, do you know when people like ask me about my coaching and then like, bro, you're like obsessively got a problem. I'm like, yeah, but the more prepared and organized you are, the less room for error.
Yeah, yeah, it's that pre-planning.
If an error does happen, you have set plans in place to be able to do something.
I did a lot of like TV work and shows, and a lot of times before we even like step in, the only difference between someone that does good and someone that fucks up is someone that's just done it over and over and over again versus a person that's like doesn't really know what they're doing. You're more likely to fuck up. Yeah, just because. You're going into something with less practice. Like if you rehearse something so many times, even if you do fuck up, you could adjust really quick.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you know your script so well.
Exactly. And that's the same thing with posing, right? If like you could tell if someone that's really been practicing their posing, even if you suck at posing, you could tell if you've been practicing your posing or if you haven't. You know,
They're not up there winging it. You could tell like they've hit that same pose hundreds and hundreds
in the
and hundreds of
mirror,
times.
off the mirror, at home, for their best friends, randomly at the gym. Like you could tell the person that's been practicing and the person that, and that was another thing is in bodybuilding, the posing, how important it is to really
It's an illusion.
spend that hour.
We're in a sport
after your training
of illusion.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys think, I just have to be huge on stage.
No.
Yeah, you do. But you have to make your weak points look like your strong points. This is an illusion sport.
And a flow too, and a confidence and a swagger.
You know who's really, really good at flow? And I was watching it. Jarek.
Yeah, Jarek is very good
Jarek's
at
posing is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
How
he's
much time do you think he
professional.
practices on his posing?
Every day.
Every
Yeah.
day,
Every
literally.
day.
Also, okay.
Probably not right now
like-
with his
it's like
old man
training.
knees, but
Yeah.
like
Do you have your clients practicing posing off season?
I tell them
all the time.
Okay.
all the time. Like
okay.
when the boys train together and there's like 3 or 4 of
Where
us
you
on a
train at
weekend.
Colt?
The New Tech.
We
New
New
Tech?
Tech.
Okay.
Yeah. We have the boys train
I have a
together.
Colt membership though, but yeah,
Okay.
New Tech.
You do?
Yeah, I got
It's got a membership
memberships
at
everywhere.
every gym. But we train on the weekend together and we pose.
Yeah.
Or the boys will pose. If I'm not there, they'll pose all together.
Yeah.
And that's good because they keep each other accountable and go, hey, bro, you're slipping on that again. You're slipping on that again. It's very, very, very important.
Yeah.
It's also very important to have the people around you that is like-minded that have the same goals of competing. And you share your success as each other's success.
Yeah.
If you have people in your corner like, bro, I don't really care where you place. All I know is I'm going to beat you. That's the wrong mindset
Yeah.
for friends.
Yeah. That's true. And
Like
that's
his success
with
is my
everything.
success.
Yeah,
My
that's with
success is
everything.
his success.
We bring each
Because
other up.
we bring each other up. We support each other. And that's how you know you're real brothers.
And that's why I keep saying, like, a lot of things when it comes to bodybuilding, if we just look at the external, which is the physique, I think that's vain. It's cool. It's an image. But if you look at the actual roots of what this person has to do day to day to build this and to fortify this, the sleeping, not going out, not partying, the eating the right food every single day.
Going to bed at the right time.
Going to bed, the constant no's of, no, I don't eat that. No, I don't drink that. Going out, not drinking when you're with your friends.
I 100% bet you've had people go, that's not normal.
And I say, I'm not trying to be normal, bro.
Exactly. trying to be elevated.
I've had so many conversations with some like old clients that are like, hey, you know, I'm getting a lot of pressure from people asking me, why do I eat this? Why do I do that? Like, that just like, you can have this, you can have that. And my answer is their goals are not your goals.
Yeah.
Your goal is your goal. So if they can't honestly respect your goals, they don't really respect you as a person.
And you can also, like, I mean, this is so brute, but like, the reason why your body's weak is because your mentality's weak.
Yeah. Your
Like,
willpower is shit.
You're talking about what other people are saying. It's like, you're already crushed. You're already done.
What about you?
Yeah, what about you?
You're more important.
You're worried about I say you have to wake up a little bit earlier to do cardio, and you're talking about, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Your mentality
You're
mentality is your problem. It's not even your physique yet.
Bro, I used to wake up when I was working in Australia before I moved here. I used to wake up at 2 in the morning, do my cardio at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning in my parents' basement,
Yeah.
and then work from 4 a.m. till 12 p.m. in the afternoon, and then go to bed as if it was American time. Because all my clients are from America or the US or overseas. So I was adjusting my workspace time to US time, 10 hours ahead.
What do you guys feel like drives you guys? Like, not necessarily the switch, but the force.
I just love what I do.
Yeah,
My passion for what I
do. It was
do.
originally like an anger and like just not fitting into the world.
Yeah.
But now it's just become a love. Like I just love doing it. And now it's given me everything. I mean, it's given me my businesses, my friends, something to enjoy. So it's gone from the negative to a real positive. Now I just do it because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
And I think
And it's fun as shit.
Yeah, it's
You're
fun.
around with
I
your
love it.
friends. You're all enjoying something. The minute you start hating, I believe, something that you just don't enjoy anymore, find a new hobby.
Yeah.
we have to wrap up. They have another person like coming right now.
Okay.
But no, this was awesome. Like I love having someone that's different because everyone that's come on is enhanced. So it's cool hearing someone that's not enhanced. And the mentality like going into that because it's different. It's not having. I mean, I hate not relying on drugs makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, it's
Like,
challenging.
You don't have many levers to
I'm
pull.
like, hey, I want to
Yeah.
get bigger. I put in this drug.
Yeah.
Like that's the way it works. Like everything else.
What's the
but,
time difference? I know we have to wrap it up, but like, let's say for me to grow, it takes like 1 year to 2 years. That's what I give myself. That's my off season. It's pretty long. what's the time? Let's just say if I wanted to grow that mass, what would be the difference? Would it be like 3, 4, or 5 months, or is it depends on if you're a fast responder?
Enhanced?
Yeah.
With your genetics?
Yeah.
We're talking about his genetics?
Yeah.
Dude, you're looking like 6 months, you'd be a completely different person.
Oh, damn.
With your genetics.
Don't influence them.
No, but no, that's a good thing for you to understand though, because that way you know that all the hard work you're putting in, someone could do that in 6 months by taking something, but you're putting in the real work.
Okay, so on the flip side of that, to get to that 6 month part naturally, how long do you think it would take? 2 years. Fuck, that's a long time.
Because you gotta remember, this is very important to understand that
is a long time,
when you start bodybuilding, the first year or two is when you make the most progress, and then you with
you
being
plateau a little
enhanced,
bit, you kind of fall.
it's like that 2 year stint again.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
It keeps going.
And you're actually talking about 2 years of like really dialed in.
yeah.
This isn't like bullshitting those years. This is
No, in your
I
case,
agree. Yeah.
Let's say
I
if you
agree
did
with
enhance,
it'd be
the
like,
next 2 years would be like those 2 years you just did really, really hard by 5.
Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
each to their own.
The time difference. Yeah.
Like I've seen some crazy transformations because I've worked with some people and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I've seen it too, firsthand from training. Because I would meet the person, see the person, and I'll see him later. 6 months later, I'm like,
whoa.
What the fuck happened to you?
all right.
Which cake did you eat? I want
What
the
even
same.
happens to us if we're taking shit and some other guy takes it and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm taking the same thing.
Yeah.
That's like Nihal, right?
Because there's faster response. People respond faster to it than other people.
Pharmacology is a whole nother web of fucking shit.
You've also got a lot of other factors in it, but we can talk about that another time.
Yeah, well, it was great, man.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for
thank you
having
for coming
me.
on.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you, bro.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
See you
Thanks
guys
for
next
tuning in.
week.
Peace out, guys.